discussion across our state about public safety and a real strong push right now to increase criminal penalties, make more crimes, and to build out the so-called sticks in our criminal legal system. I'm deeply concerned by this tactic for multiple reasons. Firstly, our criminal legal system as a whole is primarily made up of sticks or punishments. We incarcerate more people than any country in the world. And if this were going to work to make us safer, we would be the safest country in the world. And we know unequivocally that this is not the case. The United States ranks 129th out of 163 countries for safety on the Global Peace Index. This is in the bottom 5th for safety. The United States safety ranking has dropped every year since 2016 and has been attributed to a decrease in life satisfaction, increased political division, and a widening wealth gap. This is not the first time in our history that we have reacted to perceived rises in crime or the discomfort caused by things like homelessness, drug use, and despair with policy that increases criminal penalties and crimes. The failed war on drugs was in name a reactionary policy meant to keep people safe and off of drugs, and it has been an abject failure. It has led us to where we are now with record overdoses and people in despair. Further, the data shows that in 2023, crime in all categories, including violent crime, is in fact down from 2022. And if we zoom out further, the 1990s and early aughts, crime is still significantly down right now and continuing to trend downward. We need to challenge ourselves to look at the facts and not simply what is being presented to us to encourage us towards reactionary and harmful policy. Let us, instead of doing what we have always done, which has led us to having the highest percentage of our population incarcerated without any sense of public or community safety, let us challenge ourselves to sit with the discomfort of trying something new, something restorative, and something that might actually work. Let us start by asking ourselves to think outside of the historical box about what is public safety. It's not simply policing and incarceration, which we know doesn't work. Public safety is about all of the members of our communities having their basic needs met. The need for housing. Vermont has one of the highest rates of houselessness in the nation. The need for livable wages. The discrepancy between wages and the cost of living in Vermont is high. It is estimated that over half of Vermonters cannot afford a surprise $500 bill, and 2/5, or 40% of Vermonters have experienced food insecurity in the past year. We need to make investments in our community, not in incarcerating more people. We need to make investments in restorative, rehabilitative solutions that will actually work to make us realize community safety for all of our community members. A Vermont where people can thrive and be safe, not just those who have historically been protected by the policing and our laws. This year is going to be a challenge to push against this very well-established rhetoric around public safety. And a lot of my work may go to preventing us from backpedaling on the good reform work that has been done in the past to build a more just criminal legal system. In the Senate Judiciary Committee, I will be working to end the unjust practice of cash bail, and instead looking to set up a robust system of pretrial support, service, and accountability that allows people to stay engaged in their communities, making it less likely that they will recidivate in the future. I will be working on ensuring that police are not able to lie to people in their custody or use deceptive or threatening police tactics in order to gain often false confessions. This practice has been banned for decades around the world. I will be looking to move us towards complying with international human rights standards to align our sentencing practices with their recommendations, ending life without parole, and implementing comprehensive second look and hospice furlough policies. I will be looking to expand our civil rape shield laws to align with our criminal rape shield laws, making it so that a victim's history may not be used against them in a judgment. I will be looking at excluding medical debt from credit reporting as a harm reduction tool in our disastrous healthcare system, as well as pushing the conversation about drug use out of the criminal legal world and into the public health world where it belongs, following the data, the evidence, and the United Nations recommendations to respond to this public health emergency with public health tools, not criminal legal tools. 31 countries around the world do not criminalize the personal use of drugs, and some have even moved to make personal use of drugs legal. And the outcomes that they see around use of drugs and public safety are much better than the ones that we see here. It's time that we change course, that we save lives, and we invest our resources in different tools than the ones we have used unsuccessfully for decades. It is time to make investments in our communities, not in incarcerating more people. It's time that we work towards achieving community justice, community safety, and a Vermont where everyone can thrive. Thank you.